A minor variation by Not Murphy. Chapter 1. For Want of an Ale. Everything hurt. Stress of flight muscles, hairline fracture in the left ulna, and opinion loss. So he's remarkably well attacked for a filly traveling at over terminal velocity.
Terminal? Isn't that like when you die?
Opening her eyes was as much as Rainbow Dash could manage. A mare with a stethoscope spoke to an uncomfortable-looking Pegasus stallion. Rainbow's fight coats.
Zephyr, something maybe.
Further back sat Fluttershy, looking distressed. And three idiots rounded out the gathering, mercifully lacking the smug smirks that had started this whole mess.
Good! Could give them the bucket to serve right now if I wanted to.
The tan one drew in a deep breath as if to speak. Fluttershy turned her head toward him, exhaling quickly. He put his head down and didn't move again.
He hit me! Son of a bucket ran into me!
Grinning, Rainbow Dash slowly regained control.
My shoe's a little loose.
As her shoe fell, Rainbow Dash saw pink and butter yellow below. It was Fluttershy, plunging her forward.
No.
And if you look closely to your left, you can see Starlight Glimmer slowly working away on removing Dash's horseshoe. Far away and so close to the ground. Driving by instinct, a tight cone of air resistance threatened to keep Dash from resetting the plummeting Pegasus.
Oh no, you don't!
Rainbow cursed at aerodynamics. The laws of physics surrendered. Rainbow's contrail exploded into a halo of color as she slammed into the ground.
Yes, can you hear me?
The mare checked her clipboard.
Rainbow Dash!
Jumping, Dash's awareness snapped back to her present.
Yeah, that's me. What happened?
She addressed the adults.
You crossed,
the mare said flatly. She glanced at the stallion. Yeah, Dash. You crashed into the ground after taking part in an unsanctioned, unmonitored race. The wide set of eyes of the equestrian race almost let the stallion glare at Dash and the three colts at the same time.
But they were saying...
Zephyr raised a hoof to ward off the oncoming sensification. Hold on. You're not being punished. I think you realize why it was an irresponsible decision. Unexpected waterworks killed Zephyr scolding.
She could have died. I wouldn't have even noticed if I had lost my shoe. And nobody would have found her. And I let her fall. Hey, maybe I even knocked her off at the first. I'm a bad freak. Oof!
And hug were three thoughts that interrupted Dash's diatribe.
It's okay. It's okay.
Neither adult moved to stop Fluttershy as he gripped Rainbow's hoof between her own, whispering in a queer, quiet voice.
You saved me. I thought I was going to hit the ground, and you shot out of the sky. You hurt yourself trying to help me. No pony can say you're a bad pony for doing that.
Zephyr scratched the back of his head as he let out an awkward chuckle. All things considered, you have talent. With hard work and training, you could be an amazing aerobatic racer.
I hate racing!
Dash found the energy to sit up.
I hate it! Right now, I don't care if I never fly again!
Fluttershy gasped, and Rainbow relented.
Look, can we not talk about this right now? Actually, I'm going to have to insist you not,
the medical mare interjected.
This is more stress than I think is good for an injured feeling to deal with. You can see that she is alright, and I'm afraid we don't know how long her convalescence will take. A month at least. Those fractures mean she will be wearing a cast even after that. Now, if you'll all please follow me.
The voice trailed off as the uninjured ponies were led out of the room. Elsewhere, other fillies faced formidable oppositions of their own.
Oh, fuck! This can't possibly be my destiny! What's the deal, Horn?
Working herself into a state, the white unicorn filly glared at the big rock, daring it to show any redeeming feature, anything at all. It remained a rock. A big, dumb, ugly, stupid, and middle-of-nowhere rock. She gave it a buck, but only hurt her own hoof. Tears threatened.
Vexus is not... Oh, hello, Thailand.
A khaki-colored mare in a canvas coat, sensible boots, and a coal-black tail climbed the lip of the slope. Saddlebags clanking with tools. A sturdy parasol cloaked in emerald magic applied a horn under her sun hat. The clothing was sensible and it droned relaxing dire heat. and managed to convey an austere sense of style. The filly shook her head and tried to banish design considerations from her thoughts.
Fawcett has failed me. Has...
Oh dear, yes. Let it all out. I'm Amelia, by the by, and you look to be a long way from home. Does it all, hoof body? Do you have to go racing to the dogs of danger at every conceivable rubber? The tall brown earth stallion in a stained and tattered cotton shirt seemed paralyzed by the foal's tear, and the mare's eye got there. That is to say, Marston, another ruin by Celestia herself. Are you on another of the clothing? Why did you bring that cot with you? Sent back into sensibility, the stallion replied, Oh, well, it seemed like needed for. Deuced strange now that you put it to me. Yes. He nodded towards the calming filly. I suppose we shall be returning to Canterlot a little ahead of schedule then, Amelia. It is the only decent thing we can't do. Producing a handkerchief to catch the last tears, the mare addressed the filly. So we try this again. My name is Amelia Hoofbody, and this is my associate, Radcliffe Marston. We are pleased to make your acquaintance.
Rarity.
What is he asking? Oh no, Radcliffe. I rather suspect that that's your name. Oh, well then, jolly good. I'd say, young filly Rarity, do you know where your pals might happen to be? Oh, no, please. You needn't to start crying again.
I don't know where I am. I just wanted to find something and get my horn, and I've been 24 hours, days maybe. It was hard to tell. And when it finally stopped, I was here, and I thought I would find my destiny, maybe even my Cutie Mark, and then it was just a big rock, and then the horrible dirt everywhere. There's no conceivable way I'd make it home in time for the play, let alone have time to fix the costumes.
The words stumbled out. Regaining some measure of composure, Rarity looked up at the mare Amelia.
Where am I?
Exclaiming, the mare explained, My associate and I are archaeologists. This is the Valley of the Pony Kings, a site of great historical import in the early pre-classical area. We are searching for the Temple of the Sun, an ancient structure that may have marked the beginning of worship for the great pony sisters. As the stallion rolled his eyes, Amelia glared at him. We have so far been unsuccessful, and we're packing up to leave. We'll take you to Canterlot with us, and from there I'm sure we can get you home, safe and sound. Clear confidence radiated from the mare smiled.
Canterlot!
Rarity's mood improved considerably.
But this whole adventure almost seems footed somehow. But why do I still feel like something important didn't? No, I don't care. I carry its fabulosity and it failed me. Maybe it's time to look beyond fashion for my destiny. If only I could see what I meant to missed. Canterlot!
She giggled as he trotted after the archaeologist's ponies.
BBBFF?
Twilight, come here! I heard about... What's up? The purple pony eschewed its much determination as her filly frame could hold.
Remember when your guard application came in?
Of course. Listen, don't.
What was that other thing you were trying to do?
The unicorn filly was not going to be sidetracked. Are you talking about the civilian Canterlot Conservation Corps? Signing armor was lost.
Yeah. Do you still have that application form?
Twilight asked, eyeing the conglomeration of paper and pens that constituted her brother's desk. Right over here it is. But talk to me, sis. How are you? Shining made one last attempt to steer the conversation.
You know what? I'm okay. I'm not happy. But the world didn't end. They're not making me go back to magic, to my old school. Mom and Dad aren't disowning me.
Although Moon Dancer is disappointed. Well, that's a remarkably quick recovery. The Allison Colt playfully mussed his mistress' mane, letting his breath when he realized he'd been holding it.
I think I built it up in my head a lot. I think I spent a lot of time in my head. Every pony's leaving. It feels like I'm standing still. You're going to be a guard. Cadence is going out to do princess things. And I'm too old to talk to Smarty Pants anymore. What if studying isn't helping me with my life?
Twilight's expression darkened.
It hurts when I say that. But it doesn't fill me like terror like it would have before. I think I need to explore what that means. Maybe. Maybe say hello outside of the library?
Twilight's glare made Shiny Armor raise his hose reflectively. Hey, come on now. You remember humor, don't you? He returned to the subject conversation. Are you sure about this? I mean, I'm all for you going outside your shell, but you shouldn't make huge decisions while you're upset.
I'm not upset!
Twilight held Shining back onto his hose.
embarrassed by your outburst. Look, I studied. I practiced. I think I gave myself a pony migraine practicing channeling, and I still had no idea what I was in for with that test. It would have taken some sort of improbable miracle for me to be able to hatch. What did you say you would get a dragon egg? Shaking her head, Twilight returned to her train of thought. What I mean is, my encyclopedic knowledge of scholastics did nothing to help me. Maybe I need. What do you call learning something from physical experience without referencing pertinent study materials?
Chinese brain founder. Do you mean practical experience?
Yeah, that. Also, she scuffed her hoof along the ground, lowering her head. I don't like how I reacted. Sure, I failed. I humiliated myself in front of educators from Equestria's premier school of magic. But that's just it. I humiliated myself. It wasn't a test. I got so worked up that they had to have somebody carry me out of the room. I don't like that about myself. It got me thinking. I've gotten worked up before, and after some pony gets me straightened out, I'm okay. Well, that's the last time I'll do that. I say, surely next time I'll feel it coming, and just let it go. But I don't. Maybe it won't. I'm frustrated about my frustration.
Okay, sis. Here's the form. Just make sure you talk to Mom and Dad, okay?
Okay. Thanks for listening, Shiny.
Anytime, Squirt. Anytime.
Please, something, anything, other than rocks. I can't take it anymore. This isn't supposed to how it happened.
Rocks remained rocks. The sky remained clear to play. And a pink pony remained flat. The day ended. A night passed. The day dawned and came to an end. A pink filly approached her austere brown elder.
Father, I would speak with you.
Clyde Pye turned to his youngest child. Speak as you would, Pink Amina.
I find myself unhappy.
Confusion visited the elder Pye's brow. Unhappy? Have you had unpleasant words with your sister?
Nay, Father. It is no fault of Inkamina or Blinkamina or Maud's. I am unsettled in myself. A sort of weariness.
Indeed. Does the work tire you? Do you perhaps feel the cold come? He searched his daughter's eyes for a clue to her unrest.
Nay, Father. It's my spirit that feels.
She lowered her head and mumbled. Her reply rendered unintelligible. Words worth speaking must be said aloud. Repeat yourself that I may understand, child. Concern and frustration rested upon the parental brow. The filly drew in a great breath.
I am tired of rocks.
The silence was deafening.
A
hoof raised to silence further speech. I shall speak to your mother. We shall see what is to be done. Wash up and go to bed. Tired of rocks. How could a Pye even say such a thing? The stallion went in search of his wife. Heart heavy for the disharmony he sensed coming.
Caraca, doodle-doo.
You won't play him?
Oh, so sir, I found something when I come here. Now, sir, I find something looking out this window.
Wonder if my moral compass is broken.
Circle and there. What are you looking at?
Applejack sighed.
Nothing, Auntie Orange. Nothing at all.
Dear, you must still work on that accent of yours. It's an unfortunate truth of this world that you'll be first judged by what other points say and hear of you.
You mean what they can find to ridicule? This isn't what I imagined at all. But I can't just leave. That'd be insulting. And Uncle, I mean, I'd put Granny Smith and Mike through trouble for no good reason. Now, I came here and I had to find something about Manhattan that fits me, or I'm neither an apple nor an orange.
The urban mayor looked at her niece. She looked so much like Abigail at that age. I'll know she'll be a wonder whatever comes up. Is he real hyper here, or am I just protecting my hopes? Perhaps I'll show you a few of the downtown amusements. All work and no play, as they say. That would be nice, Auntie, I'm sure. It's funny. I can feel the breeze in my nose when I can talk like this. I'm fine. No, I'm not. I looked stupid last night. How was I supposed to know fancy folk wouldn't even know what a rooster is? Well, at least it's gloomy. Like, if they don't know chickens, how do they know how to cross the street?
oh, oh, you all such a dream. Don't be embarrassed by your upbringing. Mother's the strongest and most honest pony I've ever known. Keep that strength your family gave you, and you'll find the confidence to fit in any group you found yourself in. Well, you know what? Thank you, Aunt Lawrence. That's what I need to hear. So, what is this Pony Island I heard about? Oh dear. Her first response was to laugh. She couldn't help it. It started as a giggle, little more than a tickle in her throat, but it progressed to a guffaw, and she couldn't even stay standing. She knew she should stop, knew this was inappropriate, but it was just too bizarre. Fluttershy was helpless before the absurdity of it all. An irate blue fairy, half mummified in stressed bandages, did her serious scowl. Flutters, I'm serious. I think you need to try out for the Cloud and Sky team. You obviously need it for practice, but I think you could be a great flyer given half a chance. Great. Nessie's laughing even harder. They don't want to, but I've got to get her to take me seriously. Her expression is smooth. Only her brow expressed determination. Besides, you owe me. And as quickly as that, there was nothing to laugh about. Fluttershy rolled into a defensive crouch, tears brimming as he looked to see if that scene was he dreaded for a week now. I know. It was my fault. Don't finish that sentence! Oh, gosh, how do I do this? Rainbow's mind raced in several directions at once. The race was a mistake. Putting you right in front of us on the tiny cloud was a mistake. Those were my decisions, and I was wrong. Keep it together. You can't accept the responsibility for mistakes, or bad luck. But I can't help you right now. Eventually, those idiots are going to get over their sense of guilt, or some other punk's going to think they can push you around and laugh at you. Careful, careful. You know how you feel when you see me like this? Rainbow gestured with restrained reins. That's how I feel when people hurt my friends. I don't know. Look, it's not like you would fight people to pick on you, but you make it so easy for them. Rainbow's expression was a plea for understanding. I won't cry. She can't understand how much it hurts to hear her say these things. I'm sorry. I'm just no good at flying. How could I be? Every time I try to practice, people laugh at me. Hey, Shy, please, look at me. I was practicing all the time. Hey, you know I was. I don't think I've ever seen you do anything besides the basic exercises. How can you know if you're any good if you don't even try? You'll see it all, do you? I can't. Everybody laughs at me. They always do whenever I try. They can tell that I'm no good. Buck 'em! The words slipped out, but Rainbow wasn't embarrassed. If they want to laugh, they're idiots. We're all fools here. If they super jerks, don't listen. Rainbow waved her host to interrupt Fluttershy's ejection. No, really, it's like a cloud. You can pass through it like air, or you can treat it like a wall. It's as solid as you choose to let it be. Confusion was reflected on the yellow Pegasus' face. The taunts, the insults, they could be like air. Stupid, noisy air you wouldn't want to stay in. Or they could be as hard as the ground. Please stop talking, if that's okay with you. I understand what you're saying, but I understand that this means a lot to you. For some reason, so I'll do it, somehow. That's great! I've already talked to the coach. He'll let you practice when there's no pony else out there, so you can get your strength up. I really think you could do this. Well, that makes one of us. But I'll try. I can't let my friend down. First, I didn't realize your face had become a mask of determination. So she thought her friend's smile was just relief. Now that the confrontation was over, first I looked around the hospital room and noticed a pad of paper stuffed under the covers at the end of Rainbow's bed. Oh, what's this? If you don't mind my asking. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all, really. Rainbow's words weren't enough to stop her friend from uncovering the drawing pad and starting to flip through it. It's not my fault. It's so boring here. So boring that the nurse had finally brought her their crayons and paper. I might have had to read something or count all the holes in the ceiling. Again! With nothing else to do, she ended up drawing a lot. She drew all the stuff she could imagine. There were only a limited number of times she could draw the Wonderbolts without each picture looking the same. Then she started drawing everything in the room.
And then,
I said I really like some of these. Oh, did your hearing get hurt when you crossed?
huh? No, why?
Well, it seems like you don't like to hear ponies sometimes. I mean, that's what it seems like, if that isn't too harsh of me to say.
I guess I'm just spending a lot of time in my head. Not something I do on a regular basis, you know. I'm more of an action mare.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. What? Why are you staring at me?
I'm pretty positive that's the first time I've ever heard you be sarcastic. Rainbow raised a hoof. For the love of the sun, please don't ruin it by saying, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. So, I was knowing you use a lot of color in your pictures. It's nice.
Where's Eyes Wyan?
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Rainbow. I completely forgot why I came to see you today. I have your homework. The doctor told the teachers that you're well enough to start studying again, even if you can't do the physical work yet.
Ugh, you could have kept that forgotten. Thanks, Sai. Maybe I can keep banging my head against this math until one or the other gives out.
Oh, Rainbow Dash?
Yeah, why do you look so serious? What's up?
You would help me to try harder if I knew you were to. I mean, if you don't want to. I mean, I'll go through the flight training if you give the schoolwork your best effort. I mean, no, just stick what I mean. Stop it. Stop being so wishy-washy.
Is that a challenge?
You know what? I think it is. What are you going to do about it?
Though tentative, the smile was genuine. Rainbow's grin certainly was. Keep up your training and find out. Both friends laughed. It was nice to be able to do that again, freely.